You playing the game against Villa?
No, I didn't play that game.
Was you in the changing room after?
I was, yes.
Big Pontus going mad.
He was going mad, yes, and Bielsa wasn't happy that he was doing that.
Did they let him know?
Yeah.
I was just about to say, what's the biggest individual bollocking you ever saw him give?
Does he give that direct, or is it to his translator? Then he gives it.
So what his
Dickhead.
thing was, he would walk. He wouldn't just stand still and talk. He would walk up and down the dressing room, and he'll look to the ground and he'd be talking. So he'd be walking up and down the dressing room, head to the floor, talking, screaming, whatever he's doing, and the translator would be somewhere translating it.
Yeah. You're getting a bollocking off too, aren't you?
Yeah.
I know what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
I got the gist. You know what I mean? So
It's like watching TV with Sign Guy on, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
It's just him stood in corner. You're all a bunch of bellends.
Yeah. Yeah, but he was big on weight as well, so we'd have to weigh ourselves every day and everything and write our scores down on the sheet. He'd put the sheet up on the wall. Even for match days, it was the same. The sheet would go up on the wall. Scales would be there in the dressing room. Say if we lost or had a bad game, his first thing would be he'd go into the dressing room and he'd look at the sheet and see who's overweight. And then he'll
Are
blame
we talking a pound of like pounds or ounces or
anything. If you're not on the number you're supposed to be, you're overweight. So he'll blame the performance and the result on that. Most of the time, it was Calvin Phillips that was technically overweight, but I think it was harsh because some of the weights that a lot of the players had were unrealistic.
Who chose the weights?
That's what I mean. I don't know. I think they just got plucked out of thin air. And there was no way that people could get down to this weight. Players were like starving themselves, eating clean, and still couldn't get down to that weight.
Probably myself included, and played with players who have lost weight and felt like shit.
Yeah.
Would he not be interested in that?
Not
interested. Gaffer, I've lost 3-4 kilos. I feel like shit when I'm playing. He'd not be like, oh, sound.
Not interested. But like with Calvin, for example, I think he got given an unrealistic weight that he'd get down to. So he'd always say he's overweight, but he'd be playing so well. And he was the fittest there as well in the team. He could run for days. Bleep test, he'd win it, but they're saying he's overweight. So it doesn't add up. So he'd go in straight away and you'll see who's overweight. Most of the time, he would have been one of the ones that was, just because he couldn't get down to that level. So he'd always kind of blame him.
Do you think there's a bit of psychology there, though, that he saw him as that, like in the centre of the engine room, and just clipping at his heels, giving that unrealistic weight, so he's constantly working, trying to prove him.
Maybe, yeah.
Trying to reach that weight, and then improve his fitness.
Wouldn't surprise me because Bielsa, he is a genius. So something like that, it was probably all thought through. There was a method to the madness, probably.
If you play, I don't know, you get a good win, 3-0 away, will Calvin not be like, I'm exactly the same weight as I were last week when we got beat 2-1?
Give us a pound.
Yeah. Yeah. All the players would have these sort of comments, but who'd they telling it to?
Would nobody ever say out to him?
No chance.